Hello people, what is up? It is that Panic Knifer, and as I am recording this, you might be able to tell, you might not be able to because of the various noises that you might hear in the background. For example, you're probably going to end up hearing the fan of my laptop in the background. I am not at my regular recording desk. I am at a different household, and I did bring my Yeti with me for some bizarre reason, but it turned out to be a good thing. I brought my Yeti, I brought my laptop, some basic recording equipment, and my hard drive to throw a gameplay underneath this, but that's not why. Oh, before I get into the commentary topic, I should mention that I'm sorry I didn't really post any videos. I think it was last week. I was feeling really under the weather, and I actually lost my voice. Like, I sounded like a literal horse when I tried to talk. Not neigh, like, how do I describe it? Yeah, you know what a horse sounds like, I'm sure. But whatever, that's not the topic of this commentary. The topic of this commentary is the PlayStation 4 and what you and what I really want from it. I mean, I already know that the specs are good. I guess I'll go over some basic specs of the PlayStation 4. 8 gigabytes of RAM compared to the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3's 512 megabytes. What else does it have? At least a AMD 7850 GPU. That's like a $200 GPU, by the way. So the PlayStation 4 is not going to be coming cheap. It's not exactly going to be a cheapo console. It has two buttons on the side of it, where right above where the start and select are now. That will be the share, and honestly, I'm completely blanking out on the other button, but I'll find a picture of it and I will throw it in the video right about now to show you the other button. But underneath that, where the start and select buttons used to be, it'll be a touchpad to where those buttons can now be found, but instead of a physical button that you would have to press, they're going to be just touch, so they're easier, and it's going to be harder for your buttons to break, basically. The joysticks will now have a concave type design, meaning they'll fit your fingers better, really, and it'll be easier to aim in first-person type shooter games. But enough with the new specs and features of the PlayStation 4. Although, actually, this video is about the features of the PlayStation 4, so I suppose we'll actually get right into the features that at least I want to see. I know, actually, this has been confirmed that finally to the PlayStation brand, cross-game chat is coming, like the Xbox 360 and definitely the Xbox 720. Now, the reason why they didn't have that on the PlayStation 3 is because of the way the RAM was supported. Both the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 had 512 megabytes of RAM, but the way it was set up on the Xbox 360, it was one unified stick of 512 megabytes of RAM, whereas on the PlayStation 3, it was two separate sticks of 256 megabytes of RAM. That way, the one unified stick could work together as one. The 256 sticks would have to do things separately. What else? The PlayStation 4 has a background processor now as well, so it can handle downloads and uploads, various things, small things like that. So your main processor, the big, powerful 8-core one, will not have to focus on that. It'll focus on your gaming or your movie or whatever you're gonna do. Now, a feature that I've been looking for on any console really for a long time is the ability to download a part of a game and be able to play it while the rest of the game downloads. And with the PlayStation 4, that is supported by the two separate processors. When the game starts to download, it'll download to say, oh, I don't know, go with 20%, and then you'll be able to play it while the game downloads the rest. Now, obviously, if you have a very slow internet connection and it's like a 20 gigabyte game, you're still going to have to wait a little bit for your game, but it'll get players playing the game a lot faster. Another thing I've been looking forward to with the next generation of consoles is the ability to shut the console off, well, not off completely, but just put it in a standby mode, I guess, and have it pop up right back where it was when I shut it off. Like, say I was in I don't know, level in Ratchet and Clank, I could pause the game, hit the power button, it would go into the low power mode, and just stay where it was. And with the next generation of consoles, I know they've already confirmed with the PlayStation 4, but I hope with the next generation Xbox that they do that as well. That would be amazing to be able to continue, like, say, the next Halo game, or the next, what's the Xbox exclusive? The next Gears of War. Now, for this next thing I want in the next generation of consoles, I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit of the cross-game chat. I think it would actually be cool, instead of having to use a program like Skype or whatever, if you and a friend are on a separate console, I think it would be cool if you could, say, a PlayStation 4 could communicate, at least via voice, with an Xbox 720. Now, I know that's a long stretch, or I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. You're probably going to have to use a program like Skype, which hopefully Microsoft will put into the 720. A program like Skype, you're going to have to use that to communicate with your friend or buddy or whoever over a different console. But that's just a neat little feature that would be cool if they added it. They're probably not going to, but still. Now, the next part of this is exclusives. I really think that there's gonna be some exclusives, for example, the Ratchet and Clank series, to stay with the heritage. That's gonna stay on PlayStation 3. And the same thing with the Infamous, which we saw with Infamous Second Son. That game looks absolutely freaking amazing, by the way. Hats off to them for doing that. You can go check out my trailer breakdown video for that. I might put an annotation, I might not. Who knows? But that's really all I have for this video. If you guys liked it, give it a like rating below. Peace out.